Monday to everyone. Sam, good
What
afternoon.
is
12
yeah, what
o'clock,
is going on?
October 14th, 2024. We are finally dry. It's sunny in St. Pete. It's unbelievably beautiful, and fall is here, right, bro? You're dry. I didn't see your boots on this morning.
No, yeah, I not a single tree fell down in my neighborhood. Some of them were
Wow.
broken, some are like tilted, but none of them just clobbered, so to speak. But the house that I'm at has no fence anymore, so the wooden fences all just were knocked on down, and not just like knocked down, like they're torn in half. So you can't just put them back up and nail them back in. And then I was driving around the other day, looking at the gas lines. People are still getting gas. Looking at just there's
Are they
trees
are
still
they getting
blocking the road.
gas, or is it like just waiting in line for like an hour?
It's getting better. 2 days ago there were lines that were huge, but now like it's kind of normalizing. A lot of stuff is coming back online, I think, which I think is good.
I saw massive amounts of lines everywhere. This is another reason why you should be prepared before these storms. We filled up all our vehicles. I should have actually, probably thought about, hey, let me grab another 20 gallons somewhere. That was a mistake. It's just the little things, Did you notice that when you're, um, and the more water and the more damage you have, the more important it is to be prepared. So I cannot, people have laughed at me for about 30 years, man, because I've always, ever since I've come back to the States, um, I've, been trying to be more prepared. And since 9/11, really, I was like, it doesn't cost anything to be prepared, man. In fact, in an inflationary environment, I would say that everything I've bought to date has actually, it's in the money. It's deep in the money. I could never have bought all the food and water I have today uh, at the same price. So it doesn't go bad. It's just, it's a no brainer, man.
What made you
What
want
did
to
you learn?
prepare? Well, what made you want to prepare though? You said 9/11 or coming back to the States, like something.
Well, one, you can't do this in other countries. Like you can't even have a chicken today that's unregistered in the United Kingdom.
No shit,
Okay,
really.
it's illegal. It's illegal to own a chicken or chickens without a
Permit?
permit. I think it's a misdemeanor or something.
That's
Um,
insane.
and you can't buy bulk foods. It's very much more difficult to store them. So, like, I've got a whole freezer case of frozen water. What does that cost me? Cost me some electricity, man. Now, every time I go through one of these events, I just ordered two pallets, $200 each, of cases of water. Probably, I don't know how much water there is there, but is water gonna get so cheap that I'm gonna be like, oh gosh, I could have saved 12 cents a bottle? Like, that's the stuff
Yeah.
that I think is, silly stuff. Um, and so what did I find that I needed? I needed more siphons. Go buy a couple of siphons, actually.
Siphons for what? From one vehicle to the next, gas
Just
wise, or
draining anything, draining water, draining, just getting rid of stuff. Uh, for boats mostly. My generator worked excellent. Now, I should
nice.
probably go get that maintained again. The generator, I tell you what, if you don't have a generator, I will never not have a generator. Like it is an absolute must on a home. To think that I lost Wi-Fi, but I slept in AC makes a big difference, dude. Right? I mean,
How
especially
many
if you're
gallons is your generator? How many gallons does a generator like that need?
uh this is a small one, actually. I was just investigating if we could expand it. I need to actually follow through on that, but it lasted as long as I mean, it had plenty, and I ordered it to come back. Um, I think they just delivered $1,000 worth of propane. And that's all we can get out here because we're on an island that's on a peninsula that's on a continent. And I mean, Florida, look, you're going to get wet. I hear people go, wow, dude, can't believe you live there. Really? Well, you should. I tell you what I'll do. I'll send you a first class ticket. Come see me, and you'll probably stay because it's fucking today, bro. Is it beautiful or what?
It's awesome. And wherever you go, in the Northeast, you have blizzards where people are trapped inside their homes for a week. In California, you have earthquakes and fires. Like, I'll take a hurricane over a blizzard. At least a hurricane, it's gone in a day and I can leave my house.
Yeah, most certainly. Hey, guys, we got 382 people in the room. It's Monday. It's noon. I haven't been doing this for a while because we've been under weather, underwater, under electric, under Wi-Fi, and we have to go get a Starlink, dude. That's it. Yep. Starlink for me, that's a redundancy package for the business. That'll be a tax deductible event, 100%. What, $600, $700, $800, $150 a month? I'll take it. And where was I headed? Oh, so we're back. Me and Sam are back. We're all safe. I've reached out to a couple of people who are struggling. Happy to help if I can. And we have a Bitcoin moment. We are right now. You'll be happy to know. Did you buy last week, Sam?
Yes, I did.
$65,876.47 to Sam Yule Arms, who was wise enough to DCA, didn't look for the bottoms, and he's probably enjoying a $3,000 or $4,000 per Bitcoin profit. Is that about right?
Yeah, no, it was right when we were talking about it being 62. 62.
Yeah, there you go, man. So you guys follow Sam because he's going to show you how to get wealthy. You watch. 10 years from now, you're going to be like, seriously, dude, this was so easy. Are you excited?
Yeah, I mean, and the more we do those spaces, by the way, I love doing those when I can be like, okay, guys, what do I do? And people are like, oh, I'll tell you what to do. And I've got like 10 different opinions, right? And we have traders in there saying this is their strategy. And then I really like when Joe will come up because Joe will just be like, dude, just don't pay attention. Just because I'm not a trader, right? So for me, it's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm putting up the 15-minute chart here. I find the 15-minute chart quite impressive today. Let's see, how do I get back to stream? I have so many tabs. Check this out, man. Yeah, you did really well, buddy. So Sam bought, let's see, this is a 15-minute chart, so I can't even go back, but you bought, you bought above this chart. Let me just change the chart now. You can see that, correct?
Yeah, I can see it perfectly good.
I'll go to the 2-hour chart just to give a little perspective of what it's done over the weekend. It went into the week Friday, I believe, pretty strong. Thursday, it was down here, tested 59 again. This is when we had our meeting, our spaces somewhere around here. Yep. And I said, hey, look, man, I mean, if we get another blip down to 60 and a half or 60, I think it's a buy, dude. Because it's just not, you can see that, a lot of volume showed up here, and lots of volume showed up here. This is Monday morning. So this is 6 a.m. Markets are starting to wake up. It's 3 a.m. on the West Coast here. So, I mean, just, I don't know. Bitcoin looks like it's now, having said that, we have also the S&P's at an all-time high, dude. All-time high for S&P. The volatility index is just, I don't even think it's a number anymore. It's relevant. And you got Bitcoin just really has performed well, hit 66. It's going to test again. We got gold just trying to do something. This is the weirdest market.
How are your miners doing?
Bro, the miners now. Check this out. Let's start with Solana. I own a lot of Solana. I mean, a lot for me. It's about 5% of my portfolio. And it to me has been a really significant bellwether for uh, the crypto world. Really, let me just move to this 1 week chart. Um, show you what I'm talking about. I mean, Solana has really. This is going back to June of 2023, right here where my cursor is. We can go back further. We can go back to December 22 when it hit the low, right? 810.
Yeah.
160, bro. 150.
What a
Woo! It's been
gain.
a
That's
ride,
insane.
dog. Huh?
What an insane gain, right? If you had bought it that low.
Oh yeah, I know people that bought this, dude. I know people that bought 8 cents. Now, interesting, as we go to the miners. While we're going to the miners, it's very interesting to me that Mike Novogratz. Maybe we can pull that article up. Mike Novogratz of Galaxy bought 500 Bitcoin today, added to a stack for about $249 million, and sold 7,000 Ethereum. $17 million or so. This is just from memory. I briefly read it. Wolf popped up today. It's up 3%. Cypher's up 3.34%. Would love some of the Bitcoin mining mafia team to come in here. Cypher's up 3.3%. I'm in the money on every one of these now. I bought Clean Spark at 1065 or so. I'm down here. This is seen 1070 today. Now, keep in mind, you could have bought it. Excuse me. You could have bought it for $8 1 month ago.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Okay, that's a 25-30% return, right? Hell, just the other day, you could have bought it for $8.41. Okay, that was September the 24th. Oh, these are weeks. Excuse me. So 1 week ago, you could have bought Cypher for $8.88. I paid $10.42 for it and thought I was stealing it, dude. Thought I was stealing it. But the monster, the beast, the gorilla, King Kong of all King Kongs, dude, MicroStrategy. Unbelievable. And I can honestly say I have completely missed this move. 1 year ago, June of 2023, you could have bought MicroStrategy for $30. And the truth is, it was pretty much a no-brainer. What a ding-dong.
Well, why? So define to me how you missed it, right? Because we're always talking about what your strategy and knowing what you want is. I mean, did you really miss it if it's something that you didn't see value in, or did you just not have enough cash at the time because you're putting in Bitcoin? Like, what do you mean you missed?
I think there's a lot, I think there's a lot of, I mean, I have a lot of rationale for it. I didn't really understand how long he could do that. I was in Grayscale, which, well, I'd gotten into the Grayscale ETF a long time ago. Dude, you make mistakes. I mean, now look, right now I'm saying it's a mistake, but what's it going to look like in a year or two? I don't know. I think MicroStrategy is going to be a significant company. Any pullback, I will probably start looking at allocating to MicroStrategy. I think, or something that looks like MicroStrategy. There's nothing in the rule book that says this can't be replicated. Clearly, and the truth is, his average cost is not so low. He started buying in 2020, dude, when I started buying. Right. So I mean, I started really going into Bitcoin in 2021, 2020 with volume, with some conviction. And he deployed this strategy in, I think, March of 2020. After months and probably a year of consideration and debate and discussion with his board, which he really did he was in a very unique position to be able to convince. He didn't have so many shareholders, and he had enough capital on the balance sheet that he could buy out all the shareholders. Hey, this is what I'm going to do. If you don't like it, sell your shares, go buy something else, go buy Microsoft, and they did that. So now he has no lawsuits. All his shareholders are on board. His board's on board. He's got massive conviction. But I'm paying a big premium for it right now. I think it's a 1.7 premium. I can buy Bitcoin. I can literally buy Bitcoin at a 30%, almost a 30 or 40% discount to MicroStrategy.
So if you were to start buying MicroStrategy, what in your portfolio would it take the place of? Like, are you buying less Bitcoin? Are you buying less Solana or the miners?
Oh, the miners. In my opinion, my investment in the miners has been a mistake. And I have, look, the reason I tell people about these numbers is so they understand that it's not some JoJo talking about $12 worth of clean spark. I'm not sitting here going, somebody, I saw a comment, hey, Gary, not everybody can deal with millions. Then take 3 zeros off, dude. Okay. I'm not going to adjust my story for you. It's just zeros. They're just units. So you can add the zeros. I do $1 million because it's like really easy math, right? 20% of $1 million is $200,000. $200,000 at a 38% tax bracket is 120. So I've made 120. It's just easy, right? For me to do the math. So I think the miners have been. Look, I own Cypher at 215, Clean Spark at 1065, Iron at 398, and Wolf at 207. And if we go back through all these, oops, didn't mean to remove that. How do I get back here? If we go back and look at all these, okay. Now, my cost base on Bitcoin, okay, so we're managing. Let's look at all these. It's actually a very good, okay, is $40,500. In fact, I think it's 40. I've got another, yeah, $40,500. Okay, so it's at 66 right now. I've made 50%. Fair. On right there's the Bitcoin chart. 65. I could sell that right now. I'm not selling. That's a $25,000 profit. I bought this silver at $11 and about 12 years ago. Okay, that's a shitty investment. I need to sell that. That's 750 grand. I'm waiting for that to hit 33. And then you got let's go to Wolf. So Wolf's at 433. Should I sell Wolf? Wolf, I bought Wolf at 207. It's doubled. Now, what you should be saying is, hey, bro, you bought Bitcoin at 40. It hasn't doubled. You're only at 66. You could say that Wolf has been a better investment than Bitcoin. I don't think so. I got to worry about it. Fucking shit's all over the place. It's been down at 93 cents in a year. Now, it may explode, okay? The miners should get a lot of gravity or acceleration, I should say, when Bitcoin flies. But like these moves are big, dude. It's $3. This is a 1 week chart, $3 to 429. That's a lot of movement in a week, right? Now, I like that. It doesn't bother me. But I bought this stock at Cypher's at 386. 30%, it's okay, 40%. Iron, I bought it 617, made $2 on that. That's 25%. And then my last acquisition was this one, and I'm down on this one now. See, this one has moved literally in one day. Let's just go look at what this has done in one day. This is a clean spark chart. One day it's gone from 1087 to 1027. 50-cent move, dude, on a $10 stock. It's monster. Okay. It's like 12% movement. Now it doesn't bother me. I own this piece of shit in a 401k. Now that's where I should have put MicroStrategy. Can you imagine it? This is a horrible investment. But I mean, I have $7,000 of this stuff. Okay, it's nothing.
So when would
So-
you liquidate? When would
Oh,
you
this
sell?
is this play here is a Elon Musk call option, dude. This has nothing to do with Bitcoin. This is literally an idea I have about if something were to happen to Elon, positive or negative, and if he were to use Doge, and I think he will one day, because he's that kind of guy. I think it'll be worth something one day, but it's $7,000. I'm not that sure. These other positions, I will have in Cypher. I will have 250 grand, man. Like, there's over $1 million in miners. That's why for me, it's, I mean, if that would have been a MicroStrategy, I've left 4X I've left 58% on the table in 30 days, dude. I mean, you want to get ill?
Yeah.
This is why people say markets are efficient. I don't think markets are efficient at all. If markets are efficient, how do you explain this? How do you explain a stock going from $114 in 1 month to 214? Explain that to me. Okay. If the markets are efficient, how does a company double in value, bro? How does that even happen? Right. And we've seen it in other things. We've seen it in NVIDIA. NVIDIA changes valuation and $250 billion in one day. That's not an efficient market. People are really being challenged with valuations right now. I mean, look at this. MicroStrategy on one day went from 102 to 136, a 36% move. And that's off of 183. That's off of an 83% move. It is fucking a monster, dude. Just like crazy land. So there's just massive opportunities in this space. That's what this is showing you, dude.
How do you know when you've missed the boat, though? So, like, how is MicroStrategy not like a Bitcoin where you think you missed the opportunity, but like now still actually a good time to buy? Like, kind of what's your why wouldn't you buy MicroStrategy now still?
You know what? I did say on any pullback I would probably do this. But I'm not going to pay it. Look, I'm not going to pay the premium. And maybe that's short-sighted. What it is premium to MSTR NAV. Net asset value is the amount of assets that are held. Let's say Gary Cardone owns, all I own is $1 million in Bitcoin. The net asset value of Gary Cardone is $1 million. In MicroStrategy's case, if they own $1 million or $1 billion, they're basically getting 2.7 times. Okay. So imagine instead of my million, in fact, let's just play this game. I have $2.7 million as a net asset value in my Bitcoin. MicroStrategy has only $1 million in Bitcoin, yet they're valued at 2.7 million. So I have $1 million. I have $2.7 million worth of Bitcoin, and I'm valued at 2.7 million. Yet MicroStrategy has $1 million, and they're valued at 2.7 million also. So they're getting leverage. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go buy a Bitcoin. Right? Why would I pay someone 2.7 times the amount of Bitcoin?
Why would you? Because people are, right? So why would someone do that? Because they just believe they're still gonna get a better return?
Well, why? Well, clearly they think they're going to get a better return, but why would they be able to justify a better return? The answer would be, hey, if this thing goes into the Russell 3000, or is it the Russell 3000 or 6000? What if it were to go into the NASDAQ? See, there are certain investment funds like a pension that has to have certain allocations to companies that are in these baskets. Like they may be, hey, we're NASDAQ basket. Well, MicroStrategy goes into the NASDAQ bucket. Every one of those pensions have to buy MicroStrategy. Right. So every time they upgrade into a new country club, S&P, Elon Musk goes into the S&P, it would give him a boost. That's probably a bad example. You follow what I'm saying? So some players have to be very, invested in these pools. And once they go to that party, then that they have more buyers. For instance, there'll be people that cannot buy Bitcoin, want access to Bitcoin, but they can't buy Bitcoin per their covenants in their operating agreements for the company, the shareholders, public companies, right? So what do? They go, hey, I can buy a public company. I can buy MicroStrategy. That's where you're getting your bid, man.
One of the comments they said, it's MB Shawai. People who buy MicroStrategy are getting built-in leverage without the risk. Is that true?
Well, they are. I don't know without the risk. I think if you're getting leverage, you do have risk, whether you're experiencing the risk or suffering it, but you do have risk that Bitcoin does not have. Michael Saylor dies. Now, that's probably not the best example because he's probably locked down into, hey, this is our strategy. He's had plenty of time to do that. But what if the software business went, got a massive lawsuit, or who knows, right? Shit can go wrong. Okay, that you don't have anyone to sue. There's no one going to die at Bitcoin. I made a post today, this weekend, because I didn't have enough to do. So I went and sliced one of our old things, and it was what was I saying? About the human error risk, right? About the house or something, just all the things that can go wrong. Anyway, I just thought it was kind of funny that, like, the only risk to Bitcoin is that I lose it.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have a third party that can screw things up. So, and 1.722x, dude, that's a lot of premium. So I could have done this at 1.3 and didn't. And maybe I'm a little gun shy because of the GBTC trade. It traded at a discount, it traded at a massive premium, and then it traded at a huge discount. So Bitcoin is not a bad trade. I do think, just to summarize, and I don't know how we got into this quick, I don't think the miners, even though I've made money on them, has been a good risk-adjusted trade. When I say risk-adjusted, I mean the amount of risk I have taken, the volatility that I've experienced, the maybe the lack of ability to hold it longer term. I have not gotten the return that would justify any of those things, in my opinion. So I would have been better off with Bitcoin. I'd have 14, 15, 20 more Bitcoin, dude. Now, having said that, I couldn't use those funds to buy Bitcoin. So that's just the reality. I could have bought the ETFs, but I don't really want to pay 2 fees, which is short-sighted, by the way. I don't care what I pay in fees. You guys should never worry about what you pay in fees. All you should worry about is, what is my damn return, dude? I am happy. Like, you should be tickled pink to pay me 20% after some metric's been hit, right? I don't worry about paying a hedge fund manager 1 and 20 or 2 and 20. If he's clocking it and he's getting me into stuff I can't get into, absolutely no problem whatsoever. My
But
return is important.
why would I want to pay a fee on a Bitcoin related product when Bitcoin doesn't have a fee?
Well, what if a Bitcoin related product? What if Dan Tapiro is able to buy Circle and you're not offered Circle? Okay, that's a Bitcoin related business. But you weren't invited to the Circle table, dude. He was. He's been on the Circle table, so you pay him 2 and 20. Well, no problem. Okay. Did you get invited to the Kraken invest? No, you didn't get invited to that one either. You didn't get invited to the Bitcoin ETF that BlackRock blew out. You know, there's just a lot of things you don't get invited to, or I don't get invited to. So that's why you pay these guys who do this. I mean, look, Mark Yusko, my friend, he bought that water I like, Liquid Death. I didn't know. Now I would have passed on it because that pitch was basically, hey, we're going to make people look cool in bars without getting drunk. And he loved it. That's kind of funny, actually, because I've drank some tequila with him. He's a blast to have dinner with. But he made a shitload on that, right? So we just don't get invited to all these deals. So why wouldn't I pay somebody 2 and 20? I pay a fucking real estate broker 6% for doing nothing. These guys are actually hunting deals.
I never thought of those fees in terms of access, because that's what I'm taking away. That fee you're paying for access to opportunities that you can't get.
Totally.
As opposed to, hey, just manage my money. It's like, no, you can't. You might not be able to buy what they can buy.
Absolutely, bro. Well, I mean, what's a 2% fee on early entry to Amazon?
Yeah. Very good point.
I mean, this is why the Wall Street guys that have been Bitcoin orange pilled. This is why guys like Scott Melker will say, like he did the other day, wow, two years ago, dude, you were so confident this was all going to happen. And it's like, yeah, of course, because you need all these people here, dude. Like you need you need all the money here. And this market's getting ready to take off now. MicroStrategy is actually showing you the demand, okay, in the market for Bitcoin related businesses that are operating correctly. And that demand is saying, hey, we'll pay a premium for this right now, because they like me, might not be able to buy Bitcoin with everything they have. But they can look at MicroStrategy and go, I like that trade. Right? So these are this is why I will maintain this industry is so large, it would be a massive mistake to try to do two things at one time. This business is going to be, I think I was listening to something last night. Sorry to talk over you, but, and the guy was talking about the first 5 to 6 years of Bitcoin. These are really smart people too. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck about the first 6 years. In fact, I don't even look at it. It did not have enough volume to mean anything. And that's why the volatility was there. You guys can make all these stories up about the halving. This was the point. The halving's going to, dude, the halving impacted 3 cycles ago. The volume was massively different. There's less than $1 billion a month sold in Bitcoin today. Okay, the halving's right? Like countries can buy 425 Bitcoin a day, every day, and never miss a beat. 425 Bitcoin is $30 million. Is that? Yeah, $30 million. Big deal, dude. $30 million. I know Apple could do that every day for the rest of their existence. Okay, so the mining volume going from 900 to 425 is effectively taking 900 Bitcoin that were being priced at $25,800 million. And now you have 425 Bitcoin a day being priced every day at 60,000, and that's 20, what is it, $24 million a day? No, $240 million a day or so. I don't have my calculator, but call it 400 Bitcoin at 60,000. That's 240 a day. No, 24 a day. 24 million a day. It's nothing, man. Is that right?
240.
It's 425 times 60 grand. I don't know why I'm missing my number. 400.
Yeah, it's 25 million, 25.5 million.
Yeah, it's nothing, dude. Like, remember that some of these private equity deals, $250 million pop. Boom, I bought 10% of the company. So I don't think $25 million. Now, before 3 cycles ago, that was 3,600 Bitcoin a day. 3 cycles ago. So I could see how that would make a big volume. I could also see how there was very little money in Bitcoin. It was very illiquid money. So I think you're going to see this is all that matters is the ETF era, what I call the institutional era of Bitcoin, which happened, I think, on January the 11th, 2024, this year. So we're like first inning, man. First inning of the real game. Everything else has been an exercise, a laboratory experiment, bro. That's what I believe in. And the more I say this, I'm like, man, I should do everything I can possibly do to buy more Bitcoin. It's stunning to me that I had no intention on going, oh, I need to buy some more Bitcoin today. The more I talk it through, going, oh my God.
You've told yourself.
Well, please, Peter Schiff or any of you bigwigs, come tell me how I'm wrong. I would love somebody to help me only make 100% return on my money. Okay. And I can get out right here. If someone can convince me this is a bad trade, I will literally walk away with 100% profit. And that's probably a good time to leave if I'm wrong. Would you agree? Like the time to leave if you're wrong is when you're way up. And so if somebody, in fact, I'll pay somebody 2% if you can talk me into being wrong on my entire crypto portfolio, right? Just show me I'm wrong, get me off my trade. That would be worth a lot to me. I don't even need you to tell me what to go into, by the way. Just make sure that I'm convinced it's a bad trade. I'll pay someone a minimum of 2% on, I'll pay somebody a minimum of $500,000 for that exercise. If you can convince me. You have to do it in public, by the way, on a forum like this. I'm constantly just offering opportunities for people to make money, and no one ever takes us up on it, Sam. When was the last time somebody said, let's debate it? Huh?
I don't know. Have we actually ever had someone take us up on our offers?
Only later am I told that I bet $10 million on Cardone moving 2 cents and that I owed them money. I'm like, bro, I don't think we really made that bet, but
we did get a comment kind of related to MicroStrategy and the miners before we go off that topic from John LaFond. He said, Gary, would you consider Mara Digital being the king of Bitcoin mining because of Mara adding over 22,000 Bitcoin to their treasury, taking a playbook from MicroStrategy? So, I mean, do you see these miners then? I mean, is this when maybe would you rethink what you're saying about the miners and MicroStrategy if the miners start doing what MicroStrategy is doing?
Really very good question. I wouldn't do it with Mara, and I don't mean to be mean to Mara, but my job, when they choose to mine Caspa over, say, Bitcoin, they have chosen to follow their own truth. And all I'm saying, for me, the management team at Mara and the way they're running their business makes me a little nervous. I see people changing their playbook. Now that could be good. Okay, that Fred's changing his playbook. I mean, I kind of like the idea of them going, hey, we're going to mine Caspa, we'll make more money. To me, it's really early to be pivoting. It says to me that maybe you know, and their operating uptime is bad. Look, I don't like farming businesses. Okay. Long time ago, a man told me, Gary, don't ever buy anything that eats at night. And he was referring to horses, right? Women want to get into dressage and riding horses. I thought that was a good analogy. I don't like farming businesses because they require so much. They require the right energy, the right price, the right location, and it's got to show up every day. You have to have the right contracts. What if the credit profile of that provider's bad? You know, people talk about being electricity arbitragers. No, you're not. You're a Bitcoin miner. So when I hear a farmer saying, look, I plant soybeans and gosh, soybean prices aren't so good today. Fertilizer prices are up. I'm getting fucking clocked. I'm going to go in the real estate business. I think that's a farmer that probably is going to go bankrupt because he's, you know, trying to change for every wind when you can just buy Bitcoin, man. I mean, I don't need the exposure of a board. Right. So, yeah, would I have a different opinion if the miners were making money? Yeah. If the miners had ever made any money? Yes. If the miners had a business that didn't have to get cycled every 2 to 4 years, yeah, I would be excited. But these machines like last for 3 and 4 years, man. The Bitcoin investment is totally a different time frame than a miner. So I just got off the reservation. Okay. That's the truth. I got off the reservation, chased some alpha that I probably haven't needed to chase. What I should do is I should go look at those ETFs. At the same time I bought the miners, what would my investment in the ETFs done related to Bitcoin?
What does your gut tell you they would have done? Would the ETFs would have been better, you think?
Well, NVIDIA would have paid better. MicroStrategy would have paid most certainly better. And and the game's not over, right? But I mean, Solana would have been a better trade than the miners, bro. I could have bought Solana at 120 just the other day. Okay, that's $1 million worth of Solana. I mean, think of that. And it's up $35. So there's so much opportunity in this space. It's just stupid. Now this Solana trade, just so everyone knows, because I know I'm going to get a lot of heat from this for not being the perfect puritanical Bitcoiner. I haven't been to confession in a long time, guys. So I'll use this event. Let's see. How did I get into Solana? I got into a bet with a friend of mine over Solana. And he said, bro, this thing is going to so far outperform Bitcoin. And I had some extra cash sitting aside and I bought a little bit of Solana. And the more I looked at it, I became very interested in it versus Ethereum. I thought the arbitrage at $50 billion market cap for Solana, that I would rather own Solana at 50 billion than I would Ethereum at 600. Also, don't hear the Solana leadership as being so one human being. Do you even know the name of the guy? Probably not, right? But you know the name of the other guy. I'm like, See, for me, like Elon holds too much key man risk. Like I've always been nervous about, hey, what happens if he goes, dude? Like that's a problem. I mean, if I wanted to fuck up this country, I'd kill him, assassinate him, take Tucker Carlson out, shut Rogan up. We're good. I mean, literally.
Did you see that rocket launch, by the way?
I didn't see the launch. I saw the land. I saw it come
The
back.
landing.
Yeah.
Quick fun tidbit, by the way. They speed tracked the approval for that launch and landing. Apparently, and this is just rumor, but normally they don't speed track these things for Elon. I think they were hoping it would fail, and they so that they could criticize him in the media and say Elon's not always cracked up to be. But then turns out it was a success, and now everyone's hyping him up, which is just helping Elon and Trump a bunch. So I saw that on Twitter. I was like, oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know they won fast track that approval, but then too that was some of the logic behind that. That was very interesting. So, but yeah, they're going after Elon hard. That much is true. I also don't know if you guys saw what they're doing in California with Elon, but I digress.
What are they? What? Yeah. Let's not.
He was trying to go. Yeah.
Let's not get too far off on Elon. Maybe let's go through some of the comments. So I just grabbed a Coke. Let's see. Go through maybe some of the comments.
Chris Inc. is saying he had a great morning of trading. He's glad that we're both made it through the waterfall, water rise, and wind. Appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, we're both safe and sound. We both got electricity and Wi-Fi now, which is great. Really, Wi-Fi being the real key. We got one guy, GDP PLSX. He said, "Hey Gary, I love your content. I used to be your brother's fan, but now I like you more."
There's a man with good taste. Okay. Hey, did you see Grant's deal at the
at Coachella?
Yeah. Coachella.
Yeah.
Where is that, by the way?
California. I think it's Southern California, out in the deserts.
Yeah. I haven't seen the whole was it long or shorty?
I just saw some of the 2-minute tidbits on Twitter. And from what I saw, it seemed pretty damn good.
Tell me what your honest opinion was, because he used some vile language, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just fed into the hype, which is good. I mean, anytime you're speaking at a Trump rally, I think you just want to be there, be present, hype out the crowd, and roast people like Mark Cuban, Kamala Harris, Sleepy Joe. And I think he did all those things. I even saw him on Twitter today roasting Mark Cuban again. Which I thought was good.
He's lost his entire reputation.
Dude, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Jealous, man. Jealous, dude. Showing his colors. Okay, he's a jealous punk, one-time wonder, evidently. I don't know, man. It's disappointing, dude. He's not even a man. Like, I wouldn't be impressed with him.
Yeah,
he couldn't do the hours Trump's doing.
I don't know why he's gone all in. Yeah, to Chris's point, he's simping. He's simping really hard. Mark Cuban.
What does that mean, simping?
Simping, that comes from the term of like when you're chasing a girl and giving her everything, but she doesn't give you any attention. Like,
that's
imagine
called
just
propitiation. Propitiation.
Yeah. So we call it simping.
You know, anybody that propitiates with me, I'm like, get me leave to get me out of this person. Not they're never nice people, man. The guy that wants to give you something for free, don't like it. Don't like it at all. What's Stacey Lewis saying? You only get $2 now, and I get the million. How's that sound? I'm not sure I understand it. Doesn't sound like
go further up. They were talking about transaction fees.
Do I think Michael Dell will follow the strategy? I don't know. Somebody will, though. There will be another one. Well, there already are. You saw the guy in Germany?
Yes.
Hey, did you see in the UK? I told you last week, UK power prices are the most expensive power prices in the free world today. They are literally putting they're going to cap usage of electricity this winter. I mean, it's unbelievable what the UK has done.
In the winter, the one time they need it more than any other time? Like, how are they going to cap electricity?
They will prioritize hospitals and essential areas, maybe even Muslims that are in housing complexes that aren't even legal. that came across, I shouldn't say Muslim, illegals, people that just came across, have no interest in assimilating. They're going to have to decide who gets it and who doesn't get it. Now, when I left that country, not to brag too much, but like, it is amazing the power one man can do. I left that country, the United Kingdom's entire power business went up for sale in a bankruptcy, and it was sold to the Germans. We got a decent amount of people in this room tonight. This morning. That's good. Considering DeSantis has 1.4 thousand people, and we have 1.2. What does that tell you, man? Bitcoin's just such a gravity sucker, huh? Power prices went from 32 pounds per megawatt to about 12 because I sold the absolute crap out of it. And I left in 2002. All you got to do is go look at a chart, man. As soon as the competition left, these guys get back to their usual shit. And now the UK led the revolution on deregulation and energy, and they completely fucked it up. Furthermore, in 2000 and I just have to get this out of my system. 1993, I wrote a white paper for the most senior heads of British Gas, showed them how they could take over the entire energy complex of Europe. And they laughed at me, man. Laughed at me, bend the paper. The best piece of work I'd ever done in my life, for sure, still to this day. It was literally a strategy paper on how to take over Europe. And it came at an expense. It came at one price, and that is you have to destroy your own market. And they were like, fuck, we're not doing. Guess what they did? I destroyed the market for them. So they didn't even enjoy the benefit. It's ridiculous, right? Bunch of entrepreneurs like me just jumped in and said, well, if you're not going to do it, we'll do it. And I made the first year, I think we made 120 million pounds sterling, which was trading at around 1.7 at the time. So we made a lot of money, dude, on a really small amount of money invested. And it probably cost British Gas 2 billion sterling because they have the big bucket, right? Their whole business, it's priced at 23. Little guy like me comes in, makes 100 million, but I drove the price down so hard on their whole big bucket, they lose more than the very guy that makes the money. That's the problem with this. See, that's the problem with a revolutionary type change. The numbers are so compelling. Okay, this is why I know the mainstream media is dead. And in fact, it will become it will become the pariahs of media in the future. And this will be it, dude. There is no news anymore. Like I literally am looking for news on Twitter now, whether it's storm news or Bitcoin news or political news. This is a big, big change. Not to mention, I think everybody and their brother that's ever been on TV is going to come under this P. Diddy thing. And I know I keep going on about it, but I think a lot of people are involved, bro. I mean, I saw pictures of J-Lo just a little while ago. Whoa, dude. Shit. Now, the problem is you don't know what's AI and what's real, but they got pictures of DiCaprio, man. I mean, if we start to find out every one of our heroes are not heroes, but they're animals, bro. The world's going to want leadership very soon here. I think how people are responding to, by the way, I'd be very interested to know this from the audience. Why are people responding to Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, Kid Rock, Trump, my brother, people that are really male, man? You know, it seems to be like the pendulum swinging back from, I mean, my girls even notice it, man. My girls notice the boys, and they're like, "What's wrong with these boys?" You know, they can't hold a candle uh, to a real man. It's they're weak, they're white, they're dumb. I mean, I was dumb too, but I wasn't weak and white, super white. I mean, pasty. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's true, dude. All right, let's see what else we have. We have any other things going on besides the S&P all-time high? Gold and silver are getting ready to make a move. I think Bitcoin is clocking it. We have 25 days. Let's talk about let's talk about this. We have 25 days to the most
21.
catalytic
21
21
days.
days. Ooh, wow, 3 weeks, man. By the way, 3 weeks, that means you have 6 weekends. That means you have 15 days, okay? But you get a full 16 days to try to kill Trump or destroy the economy or destroy the voting machines or destroy something. 21 days for these lunatics. I would love to hear people's views on if you were one of these lunatics, what would you do? I mean, they even got the Pope talking against Trump, dude. Okay, the Pope has gone. I bye. I am done. I grew up Catholic. Fuck you guys, dude. Okay, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. The Israelis are part of the problem, and everybody that picks up guns and wants to shoot a neighbor, part of the problem. Okay, like I'm so fucking fed up with it. Literally, I go to bed at night going, okay, what are they going to do? What are they going to do now? I don't even trust when there's a storm that rolls through here that the lights needed to be off that long. I have lost so much trust, man, in everyone. I mean, I had an appointment with a doctor the other day. She said, "You need to go see 3 more doctors." I said, "Fuck, I'm not seeing any more doctors, dude." Why not? Because I don't trust any of you guys. I don't trust you. You really, really messed this up. I don't know how you fix this, man. I do not know how you fix it.
Well,
But it's
the
going to take a lot.
the polling's interesting. Kamala's talking points are terrible. They're getting worse. She's now trying to bring up Trump's health. They're suing the state of Virginia because Virginia just cleaned their voter rolls. They've got about over 80 lawsuits ready to go if Trump does win. That go into effect to sue some of these states.
Really? So
Yeah.
so could that happen?
Yeah. So it's already part of the plan. So Kamala's head lawyer and a lawyer for the DNC, if Trump wins on election day, about 82 different lawsuits are going to be triggered, them suing the states for quote unquote voter suppression, which is what they're doing in Virginia for cleaning the voter rolls. Which the interesting thing about Virginia is the fact that they're worried about Virginia, which says a lot. Like, why would you be worried about Virginia? I mean, this could be very interesting. If they're worried about Trump winning Virginia, we might know very quickly, right, on election day.
Why wouldn't he win Virginia? Isn't that like military CIA town?
Well, Virginia has a lot of government contractors like the Lockheed Martins of the world who want war, right? It's a lot of government bureaucrats. So
Yeah.
Virginia during Bush was Republican, but then during Obama switched and has been solid blue since. But then it had a Republican governor, Youngkin, which was very interesting. So Virginia is in play, but most of the polling they'll say it's not a swing state. But if they're worried about Virginia, like if Kamala Harris can't win Virginia and can't win Pennsylvania, she's done. Like if those are even looking remotely like they're going for Trump on the night of the election's over.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how I don't know anybody that's voting for her. Do you know anyone that's voting? And like I don't just have Republican friends. I'm not a Republican.
Yeah.
So like if you even look at me and go, "Oh, he's a Republican," well, you'd be really wrong. Like I don't vote like that. Yeah, so it's stupid to vote that way. I think it's just dumb.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. I mean, I'm excited that we're finally in the home stretch. to kind of see what happens and kind of bring this to a conclusion, good or bad. It's
What would
kind of
you
like,
do?
okay,
What would you do if you know you're going to get, like, the only thing for you to do is file lawsuits post facto November the 5th?
yeah,
What do you do here, dude? Because I've heard rumors that we have China uh, nearing Taiwan, circling Taiwan. Don't know if that's true or not. Back to my, oh shit, what's real, what's not. You have all of Europe basically just on fire. On fire. I mean, Americans don't watch enough other news, but you should go research. You guys should research Ireland, the Netherlands, Germany, the United Kingdom. There's so much civil unrest. We won't make it to the end of the year, dude. Like, Christmas comes, you watch the Muslims and the Brits, these illegals. Okay, these people, when I shouldn't call them Muslims. I should call them the immigration from Eastern Europe, all around Europe. I don't even know what you call it. That is going to end badly, and you can already see it. It's every weekend there's riots. This lady's comment here, Robin, Israeli, like, who got terminated last night? Some senior guy in Israel,
yeah.
right? Who was that, Sam? I mean, that's a big deal if it's a senior military guy. Do you know?
I
Yeah.
did. We were talking about it last night. I forgot what his official position was, though. I can tell you in a second. But with assassinations, I mean, the problem with assassinations is it's kind of like an unspoken rule. But once you start doing it, a lot more people start getting assassinated because it's not that hard, believe it or not, for some of these people. So things could ramp up pretty quickly. The fact that they actually retaliated and assassinated someone high up in Israel is I think that's very important.
Yeah. Let's go. I'll let you look for that, and I'll go through some of these comments. We got Fibbaswamy. Good afternoon, dudes. Bad Fox, Samuel Arms. Hey, Queen. Riots up 16%, says Queen. Hey, you and Queen got something going on, or do I need to know about something?
Oh, the head of the IDF or someone high up in the IDF was assassinated.
The IDF, Israeli Defense Force.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, very senior, dude. Yeah. See, this thing about MicroStrategy being its bank, I don't believe that. I think that's bullshit. Queen. I think Queen is either a girl or really rich. I'll let you guys figure that out. Let's see. We got
Samuel Imes. That's funny.
Pulse
You had
Chain
a
Gary.
super chat from Vince Grant. Oh wow, he gave you $50.
Vince,
hey
did you
Gary.
stick that in?
Yeah, he said, "Hey Gary, I'm in the area, and if anyone needs their roof looked at, we will put together a detailed roof diagnostics report and repair replacement estimate. I'm in Parrish now doing a tarp, and I'll be in Tampa later this evening." Funny enough.
I just asked Sam to reach out to a roofing guy. Hey, I'm Interior Verde, guys. You guys can come out. It's not a massive job, so you might have better business, but you'll be able to say you did business with Sam. No, I got flashing on some chimneys and some eaves that got blown out. You'll probably make a good bit of margin on this job, but it's just not going to be a big job. But love to have you reach out. It would really help me. In fact, if any electricians out there in the area, I can use you. Anybody that deals with gates, anybody that deals with docks. Okay, I pay very well, pay on time, and would rather support my community here than the Joe Schmoes on Yellow Pages or Kelly's book or whoever's book, Angie's book, Craigslist. I hate that shit. And all my local guys are pretty buried. So electricians, what else do we need, Sam? We got, like, if you got some labor skills, call us, man.
Yeah, Vince, put your email in the chat and I'll reach out to you.
Let's see. Here's Queen says he's been long since 16 grand. Stopped adding at 19. Queen, shame on you. Why did you do that? Excellent on 16 and 19. love to chat with you about why you did that. Do you like that you did that? Maybe you got sick or something, but if you think you made a mistake, I would love to have you on the show sometime and just talk, because I don't want to embarrass you, but and talk about, hey, what stopped you? Because I've met a number of people that own Bitcoin at 300, and I'm always like, huh? Why didn't you keep your 300 and add it 600 and 6,000 and then add it 60? I don't think you guys really believe your own story. So, or you know something that I don't know, and maybe I'm the one that's mistaken. Um, let's see, refunding compared to what? Yeah, that's correct. It's always important. How can you leverage without risk? You can't. There is no such thing. Uh, lots of comments about MicroStrategy being overpriced.
Do you think it's overpriced?
Well, I didn't buy it. I'm not gonna. I tell you, I'm not gonna pay 1.7. If I said, I didn't even ask Michael when I sat down with him. Hey, man, you think your prices? I didn't ask him that, and I never would probably, but maybe I should have. Maybe I should have. Let's see the super chat. That's very nice. Vince Grant, $49.99. Does that go? Let's just educate everybody, Sam. Does that go through my favorite company, second favorite company, and they pay a 33%? Hey,
Yes,
Vince,
it
just a
does.
heads up, just to let you know, I love your flow. Our host, the platform that provides us that just lets us share the content that we actually create, not them. They're charging 33%, so they're going to take $17. Well, I thought that was usury. See, I thought when you had a highway and you charged 33%, that would be considered to be just like criminal. Criminal is probably a good word. Unfair,
Yeah.
dominant, anti-competitive. I don't know how anybody's gonna make any money. Okay. I mean, a poor little retail guy trying to make money on this thing, he'll die. Okay. You literally have organized crime charging you 33 cents on your gross dollars. This is not net dollars, dude. This is 33% on gross dollars. So I haven't made a penny doing it. It's all expenses at this point, and these guys just took about 66%, 70% of the net income on that trade. On that $49, I have a silent partner that takes the first strip, doesn't even provide the banking, takes no risk whatsoever. In fact, I could say that Jesus is a bad, bad man, and they won't get sued. Okay, they've literally figured a way out of having any responsibility for anything that I say here, but they get to take over 55 cents on every dollar of net income, because that is what 33% of gross is. Okay, it's well over 50% net income, and they have zero risk. That doesn't seem appropriate to me. Okay, and I'm cool for people making a shitload of money, but it does not seem like I have anywhere else to go, and it'd be near impossible to create one of these. Okay, don't tell me you can go create a what's the TikTok? China's not going to let you go to China and create TikTok, and you can't create another Google. Okay, that's not happening. So, such an obvious thing to me. Like, this is what they'll kill Trump. Okay, because all this goes away. Okay, all of this goes away. You can't keep having political discourse twisted, manipulated, distorted from reality, which, by the way, it has been since I've been alive. Okay, mainstream media has been lying to everybody. So what makes us think they want truth here? Like this is the biggest war in the history of mankind right here is freedom of speech, man. Okay. They're doing it right in our face. 33 cents on the dollar. Okay. That's such a class action suit. I don't know why. Maybe I need to do it, but like, dude, it's just so obvious. Uh, if Elon, if Trump loses, have you seen the interview, by the way, between Carlson and Elon about what if Trump loses? And just the
Yeah,
other day, I
Elon
was
believes it's
saying, bro,
over. Yeah, uniparty.
oh, he's fucked, dude. Okay, his contracts will go away. Uh, I mean, he's losing contracts that he's literally bidding 40% relative to Boeing, and Boeing can't perform.
Yep.
Uh, I mean, it's heinous what's going on in our government. I mean, it's not even waste anymore. It's deliberate Harry carry. Jenny, thank you very much. Hey guys, love the contributions. We need to make it easier for you to do this outside of the machine that seems to have very sticky hands. Their hands are all over your gifts, your altruism, your support, your reward. See, this is the old system. They all take at least half of it. The new system is you're able to like $5 direct to me without any intermediaries. It's a big deal, man. Okay. I get 30, 40, 50, 100,000 people do what Junie does. $5 a month. Okay, I have a $500,000 business now, which it probably is what this business needs to really do superior, high quality. We got a hurricane. Shit, dude, we got backups. We got generators. We got satellites. Think about it. I am competing with CNN, Fox, and the BBC, right? Hollywood. For you and I could literally hire 10 people that are listening to this right now to come do podcast and news shows. Okay. But $5 a month from a family, you could literally do 10 of these, and for $50 a month, access some of the greatest education tools you've ever been able to stick your nose into, and do so without any kind of contracts whatsoever. Come and go as you please. Who wins? I win. Sam's going to have a great job. We're going to be able to hire secretaries to help us out, and other things and people, the equipment. So we're making, let's say $5. Let's just go through the math. We should do this on the whiteboard one day, just to show you how valuable it is for you guys to serve and feed those that you like. Pay money to those you like and stop spending money on people you don't like, man. That's how you make it. Quoting shit online doesn't do anything. Stop spending money with them, or spend money with them, right? But one family spends 50 to $500 a month on education, get the best education they could possibly get to. I'm making, let's say 10,000 people at $5. You're making 50 grand a month. That's 600 G's a year, right? That would basically allow us to do a lot of stuff here. A lot more, I think. It would also allow me to see, hey, this is a real business now. I show up every day. Like sometimes I'm like, hey, why am I going to do this? It's not really, what's the goal? And the reason I'm going through this consternation is some of you guys have, but I want to see more people in the rooms, and I want to see more, oh, wow, we really like this. Okay. And I want feedback on what we should and should not be doing. For instance, I am not going to do a everyday live show on Bitcoin's price. I think it's dysfunctional to do that. Okay. I don't think it's healthy. In any stretch of the imagination, is it healthy? Okay. Unless you're running a trading platform. Okay, cool. It's not interesting to me. Like, we're not going to make the most impact we can make. We can make massive impact here. So I just want you guys to really think about the economics. If you're not paying for your content providers, you are the product, dude. I guarantee you someone's selling your information. Now, I'm not selling it. I don't even have it. We don't even ask you for your emails. We will one day. But I don't want to make money off you. Okay. In fact, I would like to never ask you for anything. All you do is voluntarily send $5. And if you can't send $5, find somebody you can listen to that is worth $5, man. Now, I know not everybody can afford it. Very few people, do I know, cannot find another $300 a month. Okay. Like, it's just not real to me. You can come wash my windows on my cars and I'll pay you $300 a month. Got to do it inside and out, by the way. And the mirrors too. You can't, pinch on the mirrors. In fact, just come do the whole damn car. I'll pay you $300 a month. So don't tell me that's not possible. We need to look at I think we need to look at the economy very, very differently than we have in the past. We think things are free and they're not. You should never have anything free. Anything. Okay. But do not send me 50 cents or $1 because they're going to take 33 cents and then the credit card companies are going to take probably 30 cents out of that dollar. Okay. We have to do this through digital assets or some other some other farm mechanism, Sam, so that, we're not supporting the enemy. This is my biggest issue, is that you're supporting the enemy and we're not complaining about this gross anti-competition constraint on innovation, monopolistic power, and U.S. government supporting it. One example, the TD Bank trade, $3 billion fine. $3 billion. Wow, man. It's pay to play. Okay. Pay to play. Nobody goes to jail. Nobody went to jail from 2008. Nobody went to jail from 2020. No one ever pays the maker. In fact, the more you regulate and the more fines you pay, the more money you make. It's absolutely staggeringly sick. Just really, really screwed up. So that's my little rant. It's not actually a rant. It's an economics thesis that there is nothing free. And for certain, freedom of speech is not free. And I think we're finding that out right now, okay? You're getting ready not to have access to me. They're going to cut the link. Now, they don't really care about me, okay? But people like me, you will not. How did you like it during the storms when nobody was there? Like, ooh, it became very Crypto Billy. Look at Crypto Billy down there. See, Sam, I actually think I need to have this conversation more about this dynamic of changing the economics. This is so important. If people can understand, wow, $10. Okay. I mean, you give my brother $10 a month, dude. I tell you what, he'll pay attention to that. Okay. Because he'll imagine he get 1 million people paying him $10. He would never have to sell another program, dude. And then now Grant would still sell a program, and the programs are cool, okay. But I don't need to spend 3 days, man. People spend $100,000 going to those shows, $100,000, and they benefit greatly from it. You like, I am seeing a world where 1,000 people. This is my problem with that model. It is discriminatory. Okay, the beauty of the technology is that you should be able to get access to everything. Not oh, I have $100, so I get to buy more access. And I hear this is everyone's model. Okay, well, you get an extra 30 minutes with me. Guys, if you just all pay $5, it'll work out. Everybody gets access. Everybody. Now, I could build a case where there is value in having certain topics, distinct rooms and spaces and environments, because somebody that's trying to solve a $30,000 problem probably is going to approach it differently than somebody that's trying to solve a $30 million problem, right? Although it's not really different except zeros, probably the communication about that will be very different. Um, for instance, how many people can experience that owning an airplane is actually a good trade if you're a businessman? Most people are like, huh? What are you talking about? Right. And they're not even in the category that it would make sense to even have the conversation. For instance, you're like, bro, I'm taking Southwest Airlines.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Um, I mean, and dude, there was a time when I was your age, I was like, should I drive or should I fly? I think I can drive cheaper. 2 more hours, no problem. And that was when we didn't get accosted by TSA. So that literally there was a time we were like, oh, we can't afford those tickets, dude. We're driving to Oklahoma. My mother didn't take me on a fucking airplane, bro. 2 days to Oklahoma for a 2-day vacation. 2 days back. Okay. See, now her understanding of value, terrible. Having said that, I took my kids my kids said, hey, let's go to a fancy dinner on Saturday night. I'm like, not sure there's going to be any fancy dinner places open. No, there will be. I got reservations, Dad. We're going to drive all the way to Clearwater. I'm like, I got good money. It says ain't no restaurants open in Clearwater. We're going to the Salt Grill. I checked twice, Dad. Okay, let's go. We drive out there. Hour and a half later, we get to the restaurant. It's closed, of course. But
Oh my God.
yeah, but you know what? Instead of Ubering, we did the old mom journey. Instead of getting on the airplane or the helicopter going, we got in a car and we saw how much damage there was on the beach. And we all laughed. We had our windows down and we were all like, whoa, look, we spent 3 hours together on a Saturday night, never got to dinner. They're in their dresses. We're walking on Clearwater Beach getting dirty, seeing $27 million. You remember the baseball? The baseball home in Clearwater Beach between Bel Air and Clearwater proper
Yes.
that was $27 million or something? Monster swimming pool. I saw this being built. I would jump the fence with a British friend of mine and go check it out. And this massive swimming pool, I think it's about 30,000 square feet, twice the size of my home, bro. Okay, my house, big, dude. This house is humongous. Their entire pool, which has to be 30,000, probably 100,000 gallon pool, is full of sand. It's completely trashed. All their French quarry decking, it's all up. All you see on the pool is all the piping under the pool.
Wow.
The foundation, the water, you have this big break in between the fence, between the sand and the home. The fence is gone and water has penetrated beneath the foundation. These homes are fucked up, bro, for a long time. Anyway, the story there was, hey, that journey with them was fun, right? Like, and we have a rule. My youngest kid, when we go to dinner, she's like, hey, put the phones on the phone stack or something. She calls it something like, hey, let's not look at our phones. So we had a blast, man. No music. We were just talking to each other, and got really grateful for. So I'm not saying that technology is going to solve all of those things. Hopefully we're going to have a party here in November. That's one-on-one, right? See, all those people would be invited to the party. How you get invited to a party like this, bro? Only the $10,000 members get to go to the party. See, that's like, really? Like, I would have loved to come to this party when I was 27, dude. I wasn't going to take anything from anyone. Can you imagine if I would have been given access to this shit when I was 27? Whoa. Awesome. It's the only thing in my whole life I've ever had a shortage of. Great people around me. Not people telling me, like a guy called me up. He said, dude, I don't want to tell you to leave, but you should leave. But he knows. He's like, I'm not going to call you up. And you're a big boy, dude. You know what to do. And that's the kind of leader I need. Not a guy, Garrett. Hey, man, can I help you in any way? Can I support you? But he's not going to tell me what to do, right? I just have never had enough great people around me. So I think this is a platform that, look, I met Trump through this thing, man. Okay, like I've met 3 major politicians this year through this. Now that may not be a big deal, but it required very little effort on my part. 'Cause you know me, dude. I'm not going that far for a politician. It's just not gonna happen. Um, and I have, like, found they're very different people than I thought they were, at least the 3 I met. Um, I just think that people ought to look at this opportunity very differently. And you should start, like, I've seen the people that are on these platforms, okay? We have not even started with the quality yet. Not even started, okay? Most people that are doing it today won't make it, but there's so many people out there with great content, Sam, that, like, call Sam, call me, we'll work with you, okay? For sure, I will work with you to help your, like Henry Thoreau's like, Gary introduces me to all his friends. I'm like, yeah, bro, build your own show. I'm good. You can have all my players. If it's good value, you guys should be listening to 4, 5, 6 people. Okay, don't get confused. I'm a big believer in, hey, I got one doctor for one ailment, and when that ailment goes away, I go find, I got another. I don't go hire amateurs. I don't listen to amateurs. That's why you'll hear me, hey, how much money do you have at risk? That I asked you, hey, I assume you bought last week, right? Now I would have hammered you if you'd have, oh no, I didn't do it, dude. And you're at 66 grand. I've been like, boy, I mean, who told us he bought at 300 and had bought again? Oh my God, dude. Anyway, I've ranted long enough. Guys, really appreciate you guys. Also, since it's Monday, it's sunny out here. We got to all do something nice for somebody today. There's 2,000 people in the room. Have no clue how many people are on Twitter. 2,000 people do something nice for 2,000 other people, dude. It's got to, like, make a little bit of a positive impact, don't you think? So I'm going to do my part. In fact, I'm going to do it with somebody I don't like that's been a dickhead to me. In fact, I think I'll send them some flowers anonymously. Just make their day. Yay, baby. What else, man? What else?
No, that's it. Guys, we got our
Sam,
Twitter
what do you think we could do
Bye.
better?
Yeah.
What do you think we could do better on the show?
Do
What
better
would you
on the
like to see?
show?
Yeah. What would you like to see?
Gary, that's
You
a
can be
great
honest.
question.
Yeah. See, you can get it started for the staff, for the peeps.
Well,
By the way, you like where I moved my man to?
yeah, no, I did notice that.
I love my man, dude. I bought him
to be
in
honest,
Puerto Vallarta.
the content that I enjoy the most is the content, not necessarily on the lives, but I enjoy the lives because that's the only time you can interact with the people and see what they're saying. But it's everything like we're going to do later today when I'm asking you questions or when you have your really focused spaces. But it's a different type of content, right? And that's
Yeah.
just my personal favorite type of content. I think the lives, I think the people really enjoy the lives. What would we do better on the lives? I mean, I bet you they would love to see you trade more and use the graphs more because that really seems to be what excites them and hearing the more financial talk. But I've never seen anyone negative,
Yeah,
so
but
it's a
listen,
hard
guys, it's
question.
very important for me. And maybe Sam, you could post a anonymous, so that nobody thinks that they're going to offend me. Probably, I'm not going to look at every result anyway. If you guys think we can do something better, if you have criticism, advice, input, if you would like certain people on the show, on the lives, I like these lives. I think almost where I'm getting to is, other than me always having to be in front of a camera, it doesn't seem like much more work just to do both. I don't know how you do both at the same time, but I don't know how many people are on Twitter right now following this, or if there are any. This is just this is on everything, right? Rumble and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know really the benefits, but I would love feedback from people as to what they like. Is it live? Is it not live? And so on. But we have our spaces this afternoon. We'll be talking about the markets for sure. Chris will join us. I have a couple of other people that are large Bitcoin holders. They most certainly will be there, and we'll chat about what it feels like to have a $4,000 move on 1,000 coins. That's a nice day, huh, bro?
Yeah, real nice
Imagine
day.
1,000 Bitcoin. You move 4 Gs. You've had a good day. Imagine having 1,000 coin going all the way down to 17, bro. Explaining that to your girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine that.
Oh, that would be I would love to imagine that, dude. Because you'd have $600 million right now. You'd be, Gary, I don't think I'm coming to work today, dear boy. All right, man. Let's close it up. Thank you, guys. Y'all be good, be safe, and buy some more Bitcoin.
All right, see everybody at 5.
Right after you did something nice for someone. They want to know my thoughts on God. Now, that's a whole different one.